Have you ever noticed that vehicles are kind of like a business, or at least a good business, in that a vehicle is designed to do something? And when the vehicle's working properly, it's going to do that one thing that it's supposed to do, and it's going to do it well. Businesses are the same way. When you've got a business that's running right, it's going to take you where you need to go. It's going to do what you need it to do. If your business is not running right, then it's kind of like a broken vehicle. So what I've got here is an old pickup truck, and my daughter wanted me to work with her to help get this truck all tuned up and running. So we've got several different things we're working on in the truck. And one of the things we're doing is we're going to replace the head gaskets on the truck, and we're going to be replacing several other old and worn out parts. Now, if you're a business owner, working on the truck might sound a little bit like working on your business as well. For a while, as you're running your business, things all seem to be going well and smooth and fine, and then all of a sudden things just get kind of clunky and bumpy. Well, that will often come from like a market shift, or maybe customer preferences or innovations that other business owners have implemented, or maybe technology has changed, and that causes you to need to go in and start readjusting that vehicle. But what I really wanted to talk about today is this idea of working with experts. So my daughter has never really spent very much time working on vehicles in the past, and it's something pretty new to her. So she reached out to a number of experts. She reached out to both grandfathers, my dad and my wife's dad. Both of them have extensive experience working on vehicles. I've done a fair bit myself, but she reached out to find out from these experts the kinds of things that they thought she could do, but also to help her understand how to do the jobs. And so she's had grandpas come in, talk with her on the phone. She's looked up also online, found experts online. But then one really cool thing that happened, I'll just grab one tool, is she needed some specialty tools. And same thing in life and business. Sometimes the tools you have in your tool belt are not sufficient for the work that you need to have done. So here's a great example. And my dad brought this tool over. He's used it a multitude of times. And what this does is it tells you how much torque or how much pressure you're putting when you're twisting on that wrench. And so that will let you know if you've applied enough pressure to certain parts when you're working on a vehicle. The last thing you want is to have a part that was not put on tight enough and have it come falling off or shooting off when you're heading down the freeway at 80 miles an hour. Now, in our life and business, same sort of thing. There's going to be tools that can help us get to our goals, get where we want to be faster than we can go with the tools we currently have. The problem is, oftentimes we don't even know that these tools exist or that there's a better way, and we have no clue where to go to find them. So here's a few ideas on where you can go to find some of these tools that might make your life a little bit better. One, AI is amazing in that it's documented all of the internet. So if you're struggling with something, you can go to AI and say, I'm struggling with this problem. I have this goal. I don't know how to get there. What tools and what resources are available that will help me get to where I want to be? Now, doing that can allow you AI to go out to all the knowledge that's collected from the internet and look for resources. It may know about experts in the space. It may know about books that are out there, or podcasts or videos that can all guide you on that journey. Another option is go out and find someone who's already done what you're trying to do. They're going to have some pretty good ideas of how to get from where you are to where you want to be, because they've probably walked that road themselves. So next option, find that expert that can work with you on that item. I've already alluded to a couple of others in the AI piece, and that is going out to the books and the videos. Again, we're finding experts, but we're not interacting directly with them. We're going out to that content that they've already produced and shared with the world to try and find those answers. So there's a few different ways, but I think that my favorite is probably the last one, and that's just to slow down a little bit, take a blank sheet of paper, write the problem, write what you're trying to accomplish, and then just think, what are different ways that I can solve this problem? And then write down anything that comes to your mind. Once you've done that, you can start exploring what you came up with and see if any of those are a good path for how to solve the problem, because you may come up with a solution no one else has ever thought of, and now you're creating the innovations that others are going to try and chase to keep up with you.